Thank you to Arnie Edna for your wonderful welcome to country, and I too acknowledge the Wiradjuri people as the traditional custodians of the land that we meet upon today, and also pay my respects. And it's so important, isn't it, that acknowledgement of country and welcome to country, as we definitely talk about how we will plan the land, the future of the land in Thurgoona and Wirlinga. And Arnie Edna was telling me, her great-grandmother, great-great-grandmother, grew up here, born here, raised here in the bush, so you can only just imagine from her eyes how much things have changed in that short period of time. And those opportunities, I guess, that Jackie's touched on there for us to design and connect with country are a very big part of what today's all about. And I'm so thrilled at the turnout today. We really do, on behalf of the whole team, appreciate you all giving up your time for a really deep dive to get this planning and thinking underway. So I do appreciate all the effort that everyone's done today. We definitely we'll also hear a little later on from Auntie Ruth as well, who will again give a First Nations perspective as well. So that will be another feature to talk about. So it's a great pleasure to welcome you to today's industry session on Growing Thurgoona Wirlinga. It will come as no surprise to any of us that it has been identified as a key growth area since the late 70s, following Albury-Wodonga being designated as that national growth centre. And we do know she's growing, almost doubling in the last 10 years from 6,500 to 11,300, making it one of the largest and fastest growing residential growth areas in regional New South Wales. The growth is also driving community interest. We hear it often, don't we? And demand for new and expanded services and infrastructure, such as roads, open spaces and schools. And one of those big challenges since I've been mayor is advocating for Albury whenever I can, when I'm in front of ministers, whether I'm part of a delegation from other regional cities as well, because one of the things we notice is they've really underestimated over time the amount of population growth in a lot of regional cities. Albury's not alone, but we certainly feel it because we live here. So that's certainly a message that mayors that I've met along the journey in regional New South Wales have certainly been singing loud and proud, because this is where we find ourselves in often if we're not planning for that population growth with the support of state and federal governments. So that's certainly reflecting here. Our current Thurgoona Wirlinga precinct structure plan, that just rolls off the tongue, it was developed in 2013, and it has provided guidance and strategies on how this area should develop over time. And it's one of the things you learn as a new time councillor is definitely these precinct structure plans and how they all work. And you can see that it is a guide when considering subdivision development proposals as well as planning infrastructure needs. But as you can imagine, with significant growth, things change along the way. Community aspirations may change. Planning policies as well over time. That's been a lot to learn as a new councillor as well, the different planning policies that exist. So it really is time to update the plan. We've certainly, as a council, that's one of the things I've had a lot of Thurgoona people say, when are we doing this plan? When are we doing the plan? So it comes as no surprise to me that there's a lot of interest in what we're going through at the moment. So the team has already been listening to our community through a number of consultation activities in recent years. So it's kind of captured initial what we've heard so far summary report, which you will probably hear a little bit more about. We've also gained more insights through a survey earlier this year. We've had 2 community information sessions that were held on Tuesday this week, and some of you were in the room again today, a few of you. More than 100 community members, and the first one I went to on Tuesday from about 4 o'clock. They had to bring in extra seats at the back because so many more people turned up than had registered, which shows, the love and appreciation and interest that communities have in this part of the world. So that was great. But we want to continue those conversations here today. The team will provide you lots of information about the project, as Jackie's touched on. But really, it's about hearing your ideas. I mean, I just sit here and look at what we have in front of us, this wealth of knowledge and experience, and I'm just really so pleased and grateful if we can hear from you and capture all of that. I think we're well on the way. So as you can imagine, representatives from industry, including planning, development, major landholders, government representatives, utility providers. We thank each and one of you for your attendance today. Post the development of our local housing strategy, that was something that we released as well, which has been terrific. We know how important this Thurgoona Wirlinga precinct area is in helping to deliver that new housing supply, addressing the affordability issues, but we also need to help accommodate Lots of other, I guess, housing to support those adjacent developments that are underway. Our regional jobs precinct at Nexus, and we've got other significant economic activities happening in the region, and all of that will tie in to a lot of demand in this region. When we look at these housing challenges and the future of this precinct, it's certainly much more than a local government role. It's all of us in this room that play a significant role. Your feedback is so important, along with others in our community. A few special thank outs. I'd like to thank the New South Wales Government, because they really are contributing to this industry session today, and they've also helped funding other studies relating to biodiversity, water and sewer planning under the Regional Housing Strategic Planning Fund. So there's a lot of pieces to this puzzle, but credit where it's due. We do thank the state government for contributing to this industry session today. I do understand that many others in this room have also been working with Council on new housing estates, infrastructure projects, planning for new schools, road upgrades and more. So there's so many of you already involved in this piece of the puzzle, so a shout out to you as well. And importantly, to Charles Sturt University for hosting us today. This university is a key part of the Thurgoona precinct. We do meet regularly anyway, as a matter of fact, and we do see them as great partners with our city and our community. So we definitely work closely with you, and also with TAFE New South Wales, local schools. We know there's significant opportunity for education in the future of this precinct. So the review is a key opportunity for us to continue to work together, bring together all the pieces of the puzzle, and we will continue to work closely with you and seek your feedback along the way. So it's not a definitive process. This journey will continue, but I think this is going to be a really big starting point today. So in closing, I just want to share my appreciation for you all for taking the time out today. Myself and my fellow councillors are really looking forward to hearing the feedback, capturing those ideas and working with you together on the journey. In fact, many of you, I sort of feel like you're our additional councillors out in the community and industry doing great things to support us, because we all love where we live and work, and we just want to make sure that it continues to become one of the greatest destinations, as voted recently by whatif.com, for the visitors. But those who live here, we think we're on a pretty good thing, and we want to keep it this way and plan in the right way. I mean, we all know that. So your feedback will be grateful today. I can't wait to get involved, and thank you so much and welcome.